I bought my 20-acre ranch in the foothills of northern Arizona for one reason: freedom. The land was just outside a sleepy little development called Saguaro Bluff Estates, known for its scenic views and semi-rural vibe. When I bought the property, I made sure it was on an individual parcel, not technically under HOA control. That meant I could run my horses, fire up my ATVs, and yes, exercise my Second Amendment rights on my own land. I wasn't running a shooting range, just occasional target practice safely and legally. Neighbors were hundreds of yards away. I had earthen berms, steel targets, and everything permitted by county and state law. Heck, some of the neighbors used to come over and shoot with me. Then came Judith Templeton, the new HOA president. Judith moved from California and brought her attitude with her. Within a month of taking over, she sent out a 12-page email titled "Restoring Civility and Order to Saguaro Bluff." She wanted restrictions on everything from fence heights to porch flags, and most ridiculously, a total ban on all firearms within a 5-mile radius of the HOA. Let that sink in. She claimed the HOA could ban gun use even on properties not under HOA jurisdiction. Naturally, I ignored the letter. One weekend, I was doing some light target shooting, .22 rifles and some pistols, nothing louder than a nail gun. About 30 minutes in, a sheriff's cruiser pulled up. The deputy was polite but firm. "We got a complaint about illegal firearm discharge." I showed him my range setup, berms, permits, everything was in order. He nodded and left. But it happened again and again. 3 more times that month. Deputies kept getting called out, wasting their time and mine. Each time I was within my legal rights. Then I got a letter from Judith and the HOA board. "Cease all firearm activity immediately or face legal action for disturbing the peace, violating community standards, and threatening neighborhood safety." That was the last straw. I hired a constitutional attorney, a very good one. Turns out, not only was Judith bluffing her authority, but in issuing letters, harassing residents, and misrepresenting HOA jurisdiction, she was also violating the state's Private Property Rights Act and overstepping the HOA's charter. We filed a lawsuit. Discovery unearthed the goldmine. Emails between Judith and the board explicitly discussing how they could intimidate rural property owners into compliance, even those not under HOA covenants. One line read, "If they believe we can fine or sue them, they'll fall in line." Not only that, they had diverted HOA funds, dues from actual HOA members, to pay attorneys for these intimidation tactics. That opened the board up to civil liability from every dues-paying resident. We didn't just sue on my behalf. We filed a class action suit. 6 months later, the case settled. The HOA admitted no fault publicly, but the court documents told a different story. Every homeowner in Saguaro Bluff, around 90 households, received a $50,000 payout from the HOA's insurance fund and reserve account. Judith was removed by unanimous vote and is now banned from holding a position in any Arizona HOA. As for me, I was awarded damages, legal fees, and a permanent court injunction protecting my land from any future overreach. I used part of the settlement to build a new covered shooting area and host firearms safety courses for youth and veterans. The same neighbors who once hesitated now thank me for standing up. Judith moved back to California. And in Saguaro Bluff, the only thing echoing through the hills these days is the sound of freedom.